Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Simply Sketchy. And today I have managed to find myself a new victim, a new guest on this show. You can hear her chuckling here because she doesn't know that she's been trapped in my evil cellar, where I keep every other guest. Say hello, Peitho!
Hello.
Though honestly, I wouldn't actually try to kidnap
um,
you because I know that a certain someone would come out with the knives slicing and all that. She's
oh
scary when
yeah,
she's angry.
kidnapping me would be a bit difficult.
Yeah, it would be like Taken, but with a very small, angry Latina instead of instead of
Yeah, instead of an older aged man,
yes.
instead of a father, it'd be a wife. You
Yep,
know, like.
you just made a big mistake. You're gonna become part of the statistic.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, so today we're gonna do something a bit different. Trim's gonna be trying to draw a bit more anime-esque. Not something I'm good with, but hey, worth a shot. You wanna share what kind of subject matter we're gonna cover today, Peitho?
Yes, we're gonna be talking about magical girls. Mostly Sailor Moon and Madoka Magica. Those are like my favorite all-time magical girl shows. But I think magical girls as a genre is just like pretty phenomenal. Like you can do a lot of things with magical girls.
Mm-hmm. Well, I haven't really seen any magical girl shows, but there have been some animes I watched with some friends, which include magical girls. There's this one show I've seen recently, which includes I just basically call it the girl failure, the anime, but it is what was the word again? Uh, the great Yahi cannot be defeated. It's this tiny little kid that turns into a not kid. That apparently is some demon thingy, and it's a magical girl that scares the shit out of it.
That is so funny.
It is hilarious. It's every single problem she has is her own fault. Let's just put it like that. It is just karma all the
I
time.
can relate to that. I can relate to that hardcore.
Yeah, can't most, honestly. That's how life is. So, you wanna give us a little rundown about what a magical girl is, as I try to figure out the pose here?
Yeah, absolutely. So a magical girl is typically a teen that lived regular life, and some way, shape, or form gained magical powers who fights evil in Japanese media. Um, the term is Mahou Shoujo. So it's just often normal girls who are turned into magical girls, but there are some instances where the girls are already magical.
Hmm.
Yeah. My introductory to a Fate was the Magical Girl series. It was also my introduction to magical girls.
Isn't Fate the one about where every historical character is gender bent and there's this war going on with superpowers?
Yes, except for the Magical Girl series. Um, it's essentially um these they're very child looking, like very child looking girls. That one of them is pretending to be the other one.
Okay.
Um, and the one who's pretending to be the other girl has to kiss people for energy. And I'm talking like kiss, like
Oh. Oh,
yeah,
So basically, it is leading
yeah,
into the lolly thing, kissing lolly thing, huh?
yeah,
Yep.
yep, yep. That was my introduction to not only the Fate series, but to magical girls.
Huh, I see you took the very cultured approach, as people say.
I literally I don't remember what it was. I think I was like really young, and I just looked up girls kissing. because I was like in my, like figuring out whether or not I like girls or not phase. And
I think we figured out where you ended up at. So you could say
yeah.
your awakening was small lollies kissing each other for superpowers.
Yes. That was my awakening. That was when I realized I was like, "Oh shit. This is good. This is some good shit."
Okay, so does that mean that Rosa is technically a magical girl, or are you the magical girl but you need Rosa to power up?
I'm the magical girl, but I need Rosa to power up.
Nice.
She doesn't know that though. So it's a secret.
Yeah, Rosa, in case you're seeing this, you're not hearing it. We're not gaslighting you, but you're totally not hearing any of this.
Real.
Yeah.
Like, clean out your ears.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, what do you think we're lying to you? No, we would never, ever.
Never.
We
That
never do gaslighting.
what? No. We do gatekeep.
Oh, yeah,
But
definitely.
gaslighting?
No.
Gaslighting is not a thing we do.
No. Never do gaslighting ever. Definitely not even Bessie, because he's never gaslit me once, right? I have a nice friend circle. Let's just say that.
Oh, I get it. I understand.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Let's see. So I'm just trying to figure out the poses here. Doing the feet is going to be a problem, but when I start getting more into detail there, that's, I guess, when Rose is going to get interested in this show.
Oh, you're
She
so real for that. I have to paint her nails later today.
Hey. Also, Rosa, you're never going to live down the foot allegations, ever.
No, never, ever, ever.
I think actually that's one of Rosa's community's greatest achievements.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. Ugh. But yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think because there are so many like magical girl shows, and a lot of them have like a bunch of different lessons. I actually didn't start watching Sailor Moon until COVID.
COVID. Isn't Sailor Moon been out since like the 80s?
Yeah, Sailor Moon is old. Sailor Moon is older. Not old, but older. And the reason why I started watching Sailor Moon was because my family had moved out of state. It was my first time ever moving really far away. And we had like this free app on the phone, on our phone, that you could watch shows or movies or whatever. And I was like, huh, interesting. So I looked through the categories and I was like, man, I don't want to watch any of this. So I looked through the anime category and it was just a bunch of old stuff. Like there was Cowboy Bebop, there was Naruto, there was One Piece, the old Dororo was on there.
Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? Sorry, just had to ask, but
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
both of them, right?
absolutely. Both of them.
Yeah, that's how you fucking do.
And it's good. Oh, it's so good. It makes me sob.
It is one of the best shows out there.
But yeah, I was looking through it, and my little sister, who is 12 years younger than me, was watching with me, so I didn't want to put on like something gory, right? So I saw Sailor Moon in the categories, and I was like, you know what? We're gonna watch Sailor Moon. And she's been obsessed with it since. Like, that's her favorite thing to watch.
That's cute.
And then Sailor Moon, like, really opened up my magical girl thing. Like, the Fate series that I watched was like just my intro to magical girls, which was a horrible intro, terrible.
I mean,
uh,
it made some life changes.
y- y-
It ensured some lifestyle changes for you though, so it's not really pointless. But you know,
yeah, it served its purpose
yep.
in my life, and I will forever be grateful. Um,
See, wait, one of them is really dark skin, is he? I think I remember it.
yes,
It's that
yes,
Fate spin-off, right? One is pink, one is
yes,
dark skin.
yes,
Yeah, that stuff
yes.
is it's funny, edgy.
It is. It is. I could go back and watch it to like laugh at it now, but for a while I couldn't go back to watch it because I was so like, um, what is it? Like embarrassed. I was like, man, I really enjoyed watching lollies kiss each other. What was I doing? What? What? Younger me was on like crack or something, man.
Good thing we all know that Lolly is basically a body type and not an age.
Yeah. Yeah.
Internet.
Well, they were an age.
Oh, they
they
were.
they were.
Fate's kind of twisted in that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the fact that they were is what got me because I don't give a fuck about lollies. Um, but looking back at it, I'm like, man, these were like 11-year-old girls.
Oh
Peitho.
Jesus.
What were you doing? What were you doing? To be fair, I was like 13 at the time or something.
Yeah.
So like, you know, but man, the shame that I feel when I look back at it, and I'm like, man.
Well, we all made
But
questionable decisions. Some want to do fate, others do crime, and some decide to see, can I really drive past that police car and get away?
you know what? I think I've done like 2 of those. I have attempted to speed past a police officer and see if I get away with it.
Hmm,
And I have every single time.
nice.
I have, and I think it's because I'm a woman.
Yeah, who wants to actually drive too close to a woman driving dangerously, huh?
Yeah, women can't drive. Everyone knows that.
Yep. And the most dangerous thing is that the angriest Latina behind the wheel is more dangerous than an angry Latina with a knife. Believe me, I know.
Oh yeah.
See. So yeah, you went from having questionable interest as a 13-year-old, and then you went back to magical girls, huh?
Yeah, yeah. You could say that. You could say that.
Yeah, we're going with that.
Very, very questionable. Uh, yeah, but, I became what the young people call based. With my taste. At least I think so. Um, because the thing that got me back into magical girls after COVID was Madoka, which is not your traditional magical girl show.
No, I remember
Um,
people talking about it because it was actually pretty brutal for a magical girl show, wasn't
yes. So Madoka Magica, um, was the first successful dark magic girl show. Whereas the premise of the show essentially is Madoka, the main character, does not she I'm trying to think of how to describe it. So, despite her being the title's sake, you don't see her be a magical girl until the end of the series.
Hmm.
And it's really interesting because like you're watching this and you're like, "Man, when is it going to happen?" But essentially, there are these things called the incubators who will approach girls and ask them to become magical girls. Now, in exchange for these girls becoming magical girls, they get a wish. The first magical girl that you are introduced to in the series, her name is Mommy.
Me or
And
mommy?
huh?
Mommy or mommy?
Mommy, Mami.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. But essentially, she became a magical girl out of necessity. So she didn't get to think about her wish, right? Her parents got in a horrible car wreck. The incubators, or the character's name is Kyubey, so that's what I'll refer to it as. So Kyubey approached Mommy, and Mommy wished to live. And ever since then, she's been a magical girl. Then you have Homura. I'll get into her story a bit later after we go into Monica and Sayaka, which are two friends that get approached essentially by Kyubey and get asked if they want to become magical girls. Homura was trying to kill Kyubey. Kyubey called out to Monica for help from like across a mall. She went like into this like hidden area of the mall. Homer is trying to kill Kyubey. Mommy comes in and saves Kyubey. And so then Kyubey makes his offer. And this is where Mommy takes Monica and Sayaka in, essentially, to show them what magical girl life is like before they decide. And so Madoka Magica is one of those series that's difficult to get into because the first 4 episodes are very slow. The first 4 episodes are literally just building up what you're seeing, right? Building up the rest of the show. And then the end of episode 4 happens, I believe. And Mommy's head gets bitten off.
That's the giant snowman looking thing, because I've seen clips of it, and I understand that everyone hates a white, red-eyed cat looking thing.
Yes, that is Kyubey.
Okay.
That is the thing that asks girls to become magical girls. And I'll get into why they hate Kyubey momentarily.
Okay.
So, when girls become magical girls in Madoka, they get a thing called a soul gem. It's a little pendant-looking like thing. Let me send that to you. And essentially, that's how magical girls get their magic. And what happens is magical girls have to fight witches. That's what they're called. Witches are magical girls who fell into despair.
Oh, by the way, for those who haven't seen this old show, spoiler warnings.
Yeah. Spoiler warnings. Man, Google never downloads images for me. I don't know why. Anyways. So the never-ending cycle of a magical girl is fight witches and become a witch.
Okay.
That is the fate of a magical girl.
Sounds like a really rotten deal, but hey.
It is. But you get a wish. And that's... They don't tell you that you become witches until, afterwards. So, it's kind of,
bureaucracy.
But yeah. So, these soul gems will get corrupted over time. And so, when you defeat a witch, they drop seeds. And that's what you use to clean your gem. So, the first character we see become a witch is Sayaka. And her wish was a really selfish one. Mommy, when she was talking to the girls, had told them to make sure to make a wish for yourself. If you make a wish for someone else, make sure you're not doing it for selfish reasons. Sayaka had a male friend who she liked that got into a accident. This male friend that she liked was a violinist. And as a result of this accident, he was paralyzed. So he could no longer play music. Sayaka spent a good deal of time debating whether or not she should make this wish. What pushed her to make it was Mommy dying. Mommy kind of instilled this sense of justice into the girls, and Sayaka took it a bit too literally. So Sayaka essentially falls due to her sense of morals. But after she wishes for her friends, arms to come back, essentially, it's for him to move, the ability to move his arms and play. Or I think what it is his hands. So there's something with his arms, okay, where he can't play. But she wishes for him to be able to play. And her other best friend in their normal friend group ends up dating this boy. She ends up going for it and being with the dude that she essentially, just traded her life for. And so she tries to tell herself she's not bothered by it. She clearly is. And this is the beginning of Sayaka's kind of downward spiral. Her sense of justice leads her to believe she is better than other magical girls that come into the picture. And so she'll fight not only witches, but they're like minions, which she has no gain in doing so. Because in fighting them, she doesn't get a seed, so it doesn't clear her soul gem.
So she's basically speeding up the process that would turn her into a witch.
Into a witch. Yep. Here's the fun part. Here's the part why everyone hates Kyubey. One day, her and a magical girl are about to fight. And Madoka, believing she's doing the right thing, grabs Sayaka's soul gem and throws it onto oncoming traffic.
Oh.
It lands on a big truck that has like garbage on it, so it lands on the top. And Homura, who I still haven't gotten into, I haven't forgotten though, she essentially has been telling Madoka not to become a magical girl the whole time. But Homura gets upset with Madoka and goes after the soul gem. We're left wondering for a little bit why, but not too long after, once the soul gem is a good bit away, Sayaka's body dies. She collapses, and there is no life in her eyes.
Just downright flatline noises.
Yep. And this is when Kyubey explains that their soul gem. Their soul has been removed from their body and has been put into these gems. So if the gem breaks, the magical girl dies.
It's literally a soul gem.
It is literally a soul gem. And at this point, the girls are no longer fighting each other, right? Because they realize that Kyubey, at this point, has essentially tricked them, right? Because they no longer have their soul in their bodies. And Sayaka, this destroys her completely. And this gets into a bit of a heavy topic. Just a fair warning.
It's okay.
So Sayaka, it's an allegory for girls who experience sexual assault.
We're getting into real heavy topics then.
Yeah. Because Sayaka afterwards, her spiral is not like, oh my god, my soul is out of my body. Her spiral is, who would want this damaged body? Yep. She essentially goes on to, I'm a zombie. I'm literally a walking dead. Who would want this? And so that's why she ultimately decides to not go for the boy. Because she feels unworthy. She feels like her body is tainted. Which, when I first watched Madoka, I didn't catch this allegory. I was like, man, that sucks. That's rough. But like, I watch that show way too much. I watch Madoka way too much.
That is okay. I have this thing where I'm really fond of this one book series called Dresden Files. There you go, everyone. There's that that episode Wise mentioned. It is one of my favorite book series ever, and yes, I know. Be a fan. It is good.
Yeah. And so it's just one of those things where, like, when the allegory hits you, it hits you. Like, it's just, ugh, chills. But so these dudes on a subway were talking shit about their girlfriends, and then talked about, like, how they were, like, just gonna cheat, I believe, if I'm remembering the scene correctly. I do know the premise is they were talking shit about their girlfriends or their wives. And so this upsets Sayaka, and she tells them to shut up. By this point, Sayaka has been fighting the witches' underlings, like, different witches' underlings. And her soul gem is just past the point of saving. She is past the point of saving. Oh my god, that is a lot of snow.
Yeah, this is your first time in snow area, so now you know how it is to be Norwegian.
I've never seen snow.
Very white.
I'm still in the south. This should not be happening. But it is.
Yes.
But yeah, so Sayaka actually ends up killing these people.
Oh.
And she's gotten to the point where, instead of saying that she needs to protect all of humanity, she's like, why do I need to protect these scummy people. Is this who I'm risking my life for? You're kidding me. And this is when our first main protagonist turns into a witch. And it's really heartbreaking. Because the magical girl that Sayaka had been fighting ends up growing a fondness for Sayaka. And she essentially destroys herself trying to save her, trying to turn Sayaka back from a witch into a magical girl again.
Is it possible to return the transformation? Or is there anything left of you when you turn to a witch?
There is nothing. Until the witch is defeated, not even your body is there. And now, another thing that I have adored about Madoka is its style. So I'll send you what Sayaka looks like normally, and then I'm going to show you her witch form.
Yes, which Besek, of course, will put on screen for the viewing audience.
And oh, it's just phenomenal. It uses it almost looks like paper. Like it's drawn more
Oh,
traditionally. Yeah, that's her witch form.
huh.
And
That is a pretty damn cool design if I've ever seen one.
it is
And that is animated?
oh, that's animated.
Holy shit.
And it is gorgeous. I recommend watching Madoka Magica at least once in your life. If not for the story, for the gorgeous animation.
Hmm.
Because you'll see these magical girls running through this papery wonderland, essentially.
So the witches affect the land around them too?
Yes. So witches are everything bad about humanity. Witches, specific witches, can lead people to cheat. They can lead people to off themselves.
Hmm.
It all depends on the manner in which the magical girl became a witch.
Ah, okay. So
Yeah.
your nature as a witch depends on the nature of the
Your
despair.
fall.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay, I like that.
Um. Oh, it's so phenomenal. Um. So after the thing with Sayaka happens, Madoka's debating becoming a magical girl. Right. And Homura at this point is desperate to make sure Madoka does not do that. This is when we learn that Homura, her ability is to switch back time. Because
She's a time traveler.
her wish was for her to live happily with Madoka. In every single timeline that Homura has gone back to, Madoka has become a magical girl and died. So Homura has lived God knows how many timelines of this same exact thing happening over and over and over again. Not the exact same. There are some alternate realities where Mommy never died and all of the girls were good friends.
But every time Madoka becomes a magical girl there, she dies.
Yep. But every single time, Madoka has put herself into a position where she would die. Um, and this is something that Homura has been battling for a very long time.
And she hasn't turned into a witch for that. I mean, that seems kind of inevitable. I'm sorry if it comes up later. It's kind of interesting because she has a near impossible task in some ways. You could say.
Yep. But what keeps her motivated is the fact that it was her wish. That's why she became a magical girl. It is eventually guaranteed.
Right. So she just has to keep on pushing, keep on grinding, and it will
Yeah.
happen.
Eventually.
Huh.
And it does. But that's later on in the movies. We'll see. Um, I'll talk about that as well. But essentially, because Homura has been doing this for so long, Madoka has a built up karmic energy where these girls can wish for simple things, quote unquote, right?
Mm-hmm.
They can wish to live. Um, they can wish to be happy with someone. They can wish to give someone the ability to move again. Madoka's karmic energy is so grand, she could wish to be a god if she so liked.
Ooh.
If she so wanted to. And nearing the end of the series, Homura is now the only magical girl left in the area. And she has to fight a witch known as Valpurgisnacht. Um, and um, essentially, this is a witch that brings about the end of the world in every single timeline. And I'm about to send you an image because her design is also phenomenal. The witch's designs are phenomenal. That's all I'm gonna say. Because you're just gonna hear me repeat it over and over again.
It's okay. Again, I'm not good with names, but I assume the one with the swords is the one that became the first witch to show me.
Yes, correct.
Also, Valpurgis, not is that the German?
Yes, most of the names of the witches end up being German.
Japan
From
always
what
had
I
a
know,
strange relationship with Germany.
they sure did, didn't they?
Yeah, can't imagine why.
Oh yeah, nah. I need it to pop up because it's actually a holiday, from what I've googled apparently, like just now. So I'm having a hard time finding finding an image that does her justice.
Hmm.
Here, I'll just screenshot it. Fuck it, we ball.
Look at the wee ball. And also, we're over the 5-minute line, so we can now swear. Fuck, fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck.
uh, Actually, I wonder if it'll let me. Yeah, let me download this. Aw. Man. It just does not want me to have an image of her. Google said no.
That's lame. That's lame and gay.
Yes. Exactly. Okay,
Yeah,
you're just gonna get a screenshot of the transparent image.
it works for me.
um,
Let's see.
Let me go to Discord. But this is her.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, it's upside down?
Yep. And she's bringing about the destruction of the world.
Hmm.
And Homura, by the end of the series, is fighting her on her own.
Is it because she has removed the other magical girls or removed the fact that they become magical girls?
So The reason why Homura is by herself at the end is because, well, mommy dies within the first few episodes.
Hmm?
She was, a magical girl. Sayaka becomes a witch, and the only way to take down a witch is to kill her.
Yeah.
Um, and hold on. Kyoko is the name of the girl who ended up becoming fond with Sayaka.
Hmm?
Um, Kyoko destroys herself trying to bring Sayaka back.
Like in destroy herself in becoming a witch as well, or in literally just.
She dies, I think.
Yeah.
I believe she dies. She just gets killed. Um,
There's a lot of
and so,
misery in this, huh?
oh yeah, oh yeah. Um, and so Madoka ends up deciding for herself that she needs to become a magical girl. Not only to save Homura, but to save her family and the people that she loves.
Yeah. I mean,
And
when
so,
the apocalypse is standing upside down right in front of you, you kind of don't have much choice, do you?
nope. And so when she does this, um, her wish is for magical girls to never fall into despair. Which in turn means no witches.
But don't magical girls need witches in order to go on? This is kind of this twisted cycle thing.
So what ends up happening is they have a new thing to defeat, because magical girls need to fight something.
Right.
Um, but Madoka ends up essentially erasing herself from any timeline ever and ascends to godhood.
Oh, that's the first time I've heard erasing yourself from existence turns you into a god.
Yeah, everyone forgets who she is.
So if everyone forgets you for realsies, then apotheosis, here we come. Hmm.
Um, and that's kind of how the series ends. The world is good now. The end of the world is not here anymore.
That's decent.
Our main character is a god. Here's where the problem comes in. Every magical girl's wish is realized, except for Homura's.
Right. And she's been at this game for a long time.
So this goes into the movies now. And what ends up happening is despite it being completely against the nature of Madoka's wish, here's what you need to understand about the incubators.
Hmm?
The reason why they turn these these girls into magical girls and have them fight witches is to save energy, essentially, in the universe. They're conserving energy. And they are essentially gods.
Wait,
So,
so what they're doing is saving energy. So they're what? Postponing the heat death of the universe?
I don't even know. That's such a good question.
Huh. I mean, if
Um,
there's limited energy in the universe and to avoid it from burning out, they. Oh. Okay. Question: have you played Mass Effect?
no, but I've seen people play Mass Effect.
Yep. Well, let's put it like this: the original ending for Mass Effect actually was something along those lines.
Wow.
Yeah. Then they, of course, turn it into, hey, push a button and decide if everyone's gonna be half robot, not robot, or explode.
Um, So yeah, that's essentially the series. So, um, despite it being completely against Monica's wish, Homura becomes a witch. And she is the most... Second to Madoka, she is the scariest witch.
Hmm.
Because what ends up happening is she creates this reality in her domain where Madoka is still alive, Sayaka is still alive, Mami is still alive, Kyoko is still alive. And the incubators essentially are keeping Homura like this to conserve energy, to continue. It's an energy glitch, essentially. She will always be in despair in this form.
Okay. And despair is what generates energy.
Yes. And so Homura is actually the one that figures out she's a witch. Because Homura loves Madoka.
Yep.
That's plain and simple, very clear. She is infuriated by the fact that she's a witch because it goes against Madoka's wish. So rather than focusing on her own despair, she's like, I'm going against what Madoka wanted. And that's bad.
See,
That's bad.
that is very single-minded.
Yes.
Oh no, I've turned into a literal living demon. Oh wait, that's against what my girl wants. That's
Yeah.
the problem.
And so I haven't watched like the entirety of the movies, so I do need to watch them. But I do know essentially Homura becomes the antithesis of Madoka. Which is her wish come true. Because she doesn't necessarily have to be happy with Madoka, she just wants to be with Madoka. So she becomes a god, an eternal living being. But as the antithesis of Madoka. And she's content with that. She's with just having some sort of relationship with Madoka.
So she's just happy being the nemesis. So the parody of how every comic book villain and hero is, that's literally what they are.
Yep.
Puts a different
Yep.
meaning to the word best frenemy.
Yep. But yeah, there's a lot of like, ugh, it's just Madoka is one of those series where it's just so intense. There are some people who don't like it because they think the creator is just making like torture porn.
I mean, I get it. The first thing I saw of it was first that weird white cat thing getting turned to Swiss cheese, then eating itself apparently,
Yeah.
which was weird, and then the snowman ice cream looking thing biting blonde chick's head off.
Yeah. So that, the story of that witch is actually really sad.
I mean, since if becoming a witch, the core of becoming a witch is to be in despair, depression's a bitch indeed.
So, the name of that witch, is, her name's Gertrude. But she's known as the Rose Garden Witch. And she was the youngest witch
Oh.
to ever exist.
I don't like that when the average age is, 14, 16? And she's the youngest. How young do we
Yeah.
get then? Like, what the hell did that kid go through?
So oh. Actually, hold on. I think I have the name of the witch wrong. Give me just a second. Let me look this up to make sure I've got this right. Okay, no. Gertrude is the first witch we see that's defeated by Mommy. But the... Let's see.
So on a different, while you look for that, you say some people make it believe it's torture porn. In that case, there's a lot of people who won't be able to handle Berserk, because you got a lot of cool shit going on. Then you get to the Golden Age arc, and you know, things could be better, but things get better, hunky dory, until some dumbass makes some dumbass decisions. Griffith did everything wrong, by the way. When that little pretty boy ends up literally screwing up, things take a downward turn into realms that are kind of out there. Because there's a reason when everybody who's read the Berserk series or seen the anime, when the word eclipse is spoken, you will see them have this small reaction. Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You've seen
Okay, so I have found it. The name of the witch is Charlotte, or Bebe, and her name when she was alive was Nagisa. She's known as the Dessert Witch. And her favorite food is cheese, from what I remember. And so Mommy's color is yellow.
Oh.
Mommy is yellow. And so she ate Mommy thinking she was cheese. But
Huh.
I
mean, I like cheese too, but I think I can distinguish between yellow clothes and blonde hair from actual Gouda, but hey, that's just me.
So Nagisa was 8 when she became a magical girl.
8.
She was 8 years old. Her favorite stuff is cheese and sweets. And her mom played a huge part in the witch or in the wish that she made. Her mom was very rude to her. And hates her because of her father, which and not much is known about him other than the fact that he's always gone. And they end up...
It's gonna get really
Okay.
dark or just dark?
It's just sad.
Oh.
It's just sad. So Nagisa's mom ends up getting like an illness that kills her. And this is important because she dies at a hospital. Okay? We encounter Nagisa's witch form at a hospital.
Oh boy.
What the... Hold on, something just hit my window. Ah!
It's an evil
I'm
snowman.
like scooching back to see. So, Nagisa's mom was like a really popular person. Um, and she blamed Nagisa for her dad not being there. Which doesn't really make sense. And I want you to listen to what Nagisa says to transform into a magical girl. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna fuck up saying this, but it's Parmigiano Reggiano.
Parmigiano Reggiano.
Reggiano. That's what she says
That is
to
literally.
transform herself.
That is just cheese.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's just cute.
Yeah. Her favorite foods are cheese and cheesecake.
Oh dear god.
Yeah. And so her wish to become a magical girl was a cheesecake that her mother would think was the best.
God fucking damn it, it's even just an adorable kid.
She made the wish in front of her mom. And she hoped that the cheesecake would make her feel better from her sickness. And it just sucks because she's the youngest. And it's weird.
Like, how did the mom did the mother see that she could make a wish? Did she understand it, or?
So, after Nagisa made the wish for the cheesecake, she realized that she could have used the wish to save her mother.
Oh yeah. There you go.
She was 8. You know, you don't really. You think about small things that would make someone feel better. You don't think about, like, you know.
And that's what pushes her over the edge, is the fact that she knew she kind of screwed up out of her, not really her own fault, but.
Yep.
Great.
Yep. Yep. And that is how we encounter our witch that kills mommy.
Couldn't just be an asshole, couldn't it? Couldn't just be an evil thing. It just had to be a tragical thing, huh?
Nope, it had to be very. Did you throw a snowball at the window, my love? Was that you? I heard it. Do you want to say hi to Joe?
Hi, Joe. Hey,
hey. A magical girl. You just missed me talking about Madoka Magica.
Ta-da. Real for real, bro.
Have you been playing in the snow this whole time?
No. I talked to the mom.
That's true.
He is. So, fuck it. Let's go after. Just start, and we'll just I will wing it.
Let's see. Man.
So it was basically the cheese girl.
Yeah,
That's
cheese girl. She's the youngest witch.
8 years old. That's sad.
8
Depressing.
years. All she wanted was her mom to like her.
And then she lost her and realized that what turned her was the fact that she had the chance to save her, but again, kids don't really realize all that.
Yep. Um.
Maybe this goes into the angle where why everyone hates Cube, because already I'm starting to dislike the guy and I haven't watched the fucking show yet.
Yeah. Yeah. He sucks.
Homura did nothing wrong in turning into Swiss cheese.
LMAO.
That's the best description. I mean, he literally stands there, then holes appear, and then, of course, he comes and eats himself out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So, what I'm gonna do is, so you know how I told you, Homura had been turning back time? Or, to essentially be, with Madoka?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to show you Madoka's, witch form.
Yo, she actually turns into a witch too. Didn't she just die every time?
So, there are timelines where, she would have turned into a witch.
And something tells me because her witch is able to turn her into a god, her witch form is stronger than that German name sounding one.
The Walpurgis Knot?
Yep.
Now, her name is also German. I'm gonna try to, her witch form name. So I'm gonna do my best to, say it, but it's, Kriemhild Gretchen. Kriemhild Gretchen. And if you look at her form,
Right.
once it sends,
This
and
one
I
is big lame.
It is. It is. It's
Yeah,
like
I'm not really good. By the way, I'm not really good at
last
doing
inch.
cute things, so I'm pretty much just gonna own the whole creepy thing.
You're good. We're talking about some creepy magical girl shows. I think it's fitting.
Yeah. For the ones coming here being like, oh, Sailor Moon, and so no, apparently we're going for existential horror here.
Yep.
Honestly,
Always.
honestly, that's what this channel is very often about. So we're not diverging too far from the channel standard.
Okay, let's see. I'm drawing Rosa as a magical girl. That is what I have
Yeah.
decided to do.
Holy shit, that's Wait, what is it? It reminds me about something. Yeah, you know those things you put in cats' heads and they freak out.
Yeah.
Something tells me it's not as pleasant though, because that does not look
So
like a good guy.
actually, Monica's witch form is interesting. So she's known as the Witch of Salvation.
Oh.
And the reason why is her nature is not to harm, it's mercy. So witches have these places called labyrinths. That's where the magical girls have to go to kill the witches. The witches' labyrinths.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, right? People can get lost in these labyrinths. You know, it's a labyrinth. That's how that works.
Mm-hmm.
But Madoka, whereas witches would take people in to harm them, Madoka brings them into her barrier to protect them. And the only way to defeat her is to make the world free of misfortune. Which,
That's a challenge.
yep. Um... So it's said she appears as the most powerful witch in existence. In the second and fourth timelines, because there are so many. All of those strings that are falling off of her
Mhm.
are the amount of times that she has been that time has turned back.
Oh shit! I can't count that, or rather, I
Nope.
won't take time to count that.
Yep. Um. According to the incubators or Cube, her form is so powerful that she could destroy the planet within 10 days.
Oh.
Uh, it's interesting. Um, because it her goal is to create heaven on Earth
As a witch?
as a witch. Because Madoka is not inherently evil. She's
No.
like a true, genuinely good character.
Mm-hmm.
So even as a witch, her goal is
It,
to show mercy and bring people into a better world.
so it's just she's noble even when she's supposed to be evil. But let me guess, it's kind of twisted, isn't it?
Yep. Um because in doing so, uh like with it being a labyrinth, those people do end up getting harmed in some way.
Mm-hmm.
But it's sad that even in her deepest despair, she still wishes the best for people.
She's still trying to help even when she's literally in the side that doesn't help.
Yeah, yeah. Then there's Homura's witch form, which I think is gorgeous. Um, and I will show you why. There are a bunch of different forms. So witches, yeah, witches have a bunch of different forms. Um, but this is my favorite of Homura's forms.
Looks like a porcelain doll. Are those teeth?
Yes, those are teeth. And there's a giant spider lily in the center of her head.
Those are the those are death flowers, aren't they?
Yep.
Hmm.
Um so okay, here's how to explain. You know how I told you Homura being a witch was inherently against Madoka's wish?
Yes.
So in the sequel to the anime, its movies, she's known as the Nutcracker Witch. And she was formed as part of an experiment conducted by Cube, which is the little white creature with the red eyes,
Holy
and the
shit.
incubators.
Mm-hmm. Cube
So after Madoka,
incubators.
yeah,
Japanese and their goddamn puns.
I know. And so after Madoka made her wish to erase witches from existence, Cube wants to restore the witch system, which he believed to be more effective for the production of energy. And the entity that replaced witches were called wraiths. So he thought that killing witches was more productive than killing wraiths.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to observe and control Madoka, or to attempt to control Madoka, the incubators devised an inhibition field where they placed a dying Homura. Normally, in a situation where a magical girl was dying, she would have spirited the girl away and erased her despair. But the inhibition field stopped her from doing it. So, Kyubey had hoped that Madoka would personally come to rescue Homura, allowing the incubators to observe her every move and learn how to deal with her.
Yeah, and restore the old system.
Yes. So, inside Homura's soul gem, there was a barrier created so her whereas Madoka's was a barrier that brought people into a ideal world, Homura's had her ideal world, where her barrier absorbed Mami, it absorbed Kyoko, and so you in this world where Homura has fallen into despair and is dying, Sayaka is dead already, and so is Nagisa, right?
Right.
But because now remember, Nagisa is the little girl.
Right.
But because Madoka has whisked them away, they still have some form of being. They're no longer just a witch. And so Sayaka and Nagisa enter Homura's barrier willingly. So Homura didn't know she was a witch this entire time. She didn't know. And so when she finds out, her main goal as a witch was to kill herself, so that Madoka would not have to reveal what her powers were to the incubators. But what was really interesting was, so normally when you become a witch, your soul gem breaks.
Yes.
From what I've seen. Homura managed to keep her soul gem intact. And so because her soul gem was intact, the girls were able to purify it.
Oh, so the thing that couldn't happen actually did happen. That's nice.
Yep. And the just the tragic part of her feeling as though she needed to kill herself, essentially, to save Madoka. This girl would do anything.
Yeah,
for
I've
her.
noticed.
Yeah. I think that's one of the bigger... And a lot of people will be like, oh, Homura is inherently a bad person. But I disagree.
I mean, it depends upon what does Homura do in order to fulfill her goal.
So, Homura... you know how I told you she becomes the antithesis of... Oh! The antithesis of Madoka.
Yeah.
So She. How to explain? Um,
Take your time. That's all right.
man. Okay, so she's known as Devil Homura. She takes
Yes.
on like a more demonic appearance. Um, her motif is despair, whereas Madoka's is mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Devil Homura is the goddess form of Homura, which she takes on this form in rebellion. Um, she ends up separating the existence of Madoka from her goddess form and absorbs her powers.
Oh,
Yeah.
so she becomes more powerful than Madoka then.
They end. Yeah. Yeah. So, okay.
Anime's a bit confusing. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Um. It is. Um.
I mean, if it's kind of to expect when you drop the sun on the country twice. I mean, kind of to be expected.
Oh, MAO. Um.
Yes, I went there.
Ah, yes. I love talking about nuclear warfare.
My favorite. Yeah, it's honestly, you can't really expect that that country makes anything that seems halfway reasonable. But then again, you do get really good stories and interesting creations.
Yeah, you get phenomenal stuff. Like that. So Madoka Magica helped me cope through a lot.
Yeah.
So Sayaka is probably my favorite character.
Sayaka, that's the was it her
That
with the sword or that mommy was the one with the guns and the blonde with the guns and
yes,
Sayaka was the one with the swords.
yes. Sayaka was the first of the girls to turn into a witch.
Yeah.
And so after I realized the allegory that was happening with Sayaka, because I used to hate Sayaka.
Really?
Um, yeah, I was like, she's so fucking entitled, and she just didn't want to reach out for help.
Hmm.
Which
Yeah, there you go.
now that I have the more I watch it, the more so the sexual assault allegory
Mhm.
really hit because it's something I've been through.
Oh,
And so seeing it represented in media in a not in your face way is kind of great.
yeah. I mean,
Um
when you're gonna tackle serious themes, the best way is to do it subtly and yet treat it with respect.
mhm. And so ever since and this will get a little into spicy topics just
That's all
because of,
right. If it
the
gets too
nature of
bad, if it gets too spicy, I'll have the Australian censored. But then again,
it.
as long as it ain't too political, I don't care.
So after the Me Too movements,
Mhm.
and stuff like that, it started to get portrayed in media a lot, but never. I never enjoyed the way they were portrayed, and obviously it's not meant to be enjoyed, but I never found it to be respectful.
Yeah,
It always seemed like it was for show, which
it kind of
it's
was.
acting.
But again, it's the treatment of it. That's why I'm not a big fan of it either, because a lot of the stuff turned out to be just not everything, but a lot of it in the end turned to just be a way to get someone. and it became a performance that was a parody of the real thing. That really was insulting the people that actually gone through it.
Yeah. And so after like just genuinely taking the time to listen to what it was, she just became my favorite character. And I will defend her till the day I die.
The best kind of
She's a lot
characters,
of people's least favorite.
yeah, but the best kind of characters are the ones where you develop respect for them after disliking them for a while. Because then it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I get it now. I understand it.
Yeah. It was yeah. I mean that's literally what it was. And yeah, she will forever be my favorite magical girl, I think.
Plus, I do like the sword. I do like her style, both as a magical girl and also as the witch, because the witch design is honestly the best one.
I think her witch design is the best of the witch designs. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, because Madoka, I know the importance of the lines, but honestly, Madoka turns into one massive orgasmatron, as it's called.
Yeah.
Uh, and then the Valpurgis one is, well, I do like that design.
I think
Honestly,
it's a pretty design, but it's more humanoid than like the rest of them.
yeah, it seems like the two best witch designs so far is Homura's and the sword girl, because I keep forgetting her name.
Yeah, Sayaka.
Sayaka. Sayaka.
Um,
Yeah. Sorry.
I enjoy the way that like the animation style changes when you get into like the labyrinths and stuff,
Hmm.
because it's it doesn't sound like it would fit like seeing anime girls walking through that art style, but it oddly fits. It oddly works out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a contrast, but sometimes you can make a contrast work really well together.
Yeah, absolutely.
An example of a movie I'm really fond of is honestly, the last great Disney classic, Treasure Planet.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah,
It's such a good movie.
that movie did it really well in side tangent. Did really well how everything that was not organic was CGI, but everything that was organic was 2D hand drawn. That that is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I agree.
When I realized that, I started loving the movie even more because it just talks about this extra effort they're putting into it. Yes, Sayaka has the best witch design, and Homura, in my opinion, has the second best one. The other ones are, from what I've seen, they're decent, but they're simple as well. The other ones, they have
Yeah.
that little extra in it.
Um, I think what I really enjoy about the designs is that each design has like the meaning to it, right? As to why the witch fell into despair.
Mhm.
So, Homura's spider lily, right?
Yeah.
Signifies her need for death.
Yes.
Um and let me see how explain. Sayaka's is interesting. Um and again, it's just cuz she's clearly the most interesting character. Don't come for me. Um
Don't at me, bro.
yeah, don't at me. I'm just speaking my opinion.
You're speaking your lived experience, your personal truth.
Yeah. Um,
I'm gonna add a little
but
bit of a shine to here while we do the tap because I have done the dark thing. Here you go, progress ish.
hell yeah,
Again,
it's
I'm
hot as fuck.
not good with doing anime and cute things, but hey, let me lean into the whole creepy thing, and there we go.
Yeah. Um, so Sayaka's witch form is called um Octavia von Seckendorf.
So you
Um,
become a witch and you immediately get a German nationality.
yeah.
Immigration
Um,
status. Witch.
dead, dead. So she's known as the Mermaid Witch.
Right?
It is in her nature to fall in love, looking for the feeling that moved her so long ago.
Oh.
She has a concert hall. Her area is a concert hall, and you see how there's instruments on her design.
Yeah, the trumpets around her waist, the
Yes.
whatever around her head. Can't really tell what that is, but
Yeah. Um. It's sad.
yeah.
Because you see the instruments and you think back to the person that she sold her soul for, essentially.
Right, yeah, the
Um,
violin. The
with
violinist.
the violin. Um, and so one way she would try to cheer him up was show him music that she found. So music was just like a big part of her who she was.
That's really fucking
Um,
tragic.
yeah. And I just think the fact that they incorporate it so well into her design, um, it's just it's really good.
Yeah,
They did a really good job with that.
amazing. I do again, and also I like the art style. It's got that sketchy part that I really like. I don't know what that style is called, if it has a specific name, but it's a kind of style I'm into. The kind of thing wish I had more control over. Because
Yeah.
I never went to art school because I was afraid of being thrown out. Because we know what happens then. What?
Oh yeah, we know what happens when we're rejected from art school.
Yep.
I get that though.
Sadness. Anyway, I never did that, so I never really understood the artistic basis that the average student would do. So all this I do is either been through help from friends or from tutorials that I could properly understand. Because when I do art, I'm not. I just can't learn in the proper way. I've tried. I've tried to watch tutorials, but it kind of blends into one big mess for me. I have to learn by doing. I have to fail my way through it, which is kind of also why I do these streams because then I do a lot of mistakes on these. But then I hear, okay, this could be done better. This should have been like that. And I'm like, okay, I'll do this for the next time. Do this for the next time, yes.
Yeah. I sent you the name of the art form that they kind of used and an example of it.
Diced? Diced?
The
Diced?
dice, something like that, and then an example. It's just collaging.
Yeah.
So they would collage different art
Right.
pieces together to make this like bigger piece. Ugh, it's just so good.
Yeah, but the result in these are better. And I'm talking about the result more than the actual style itself, because I don't think you could call it the diced uh, what we ended up with. It's something else, because that is handcrafted and handmade. Uh,
Yeah.
while the dye seems to be like slightly colored photos, basically.
Yeah.
Now again, I have no idea what it really is about, so Bezek might probably put some random lore here.
um so yeah, it's just I don't know. I've always also been interested by like the art style of Madoka because I just think it's gorgeous. I think that like it in itself is just really good. It's just really good art and a really good story. Despite people thinking it's torture porn.
I understand what people think is torture porn, but again, referencing Berserk, there's a lot of moments in Berserk which has the could be qualified as torture porn if you give
Yeah.
it a surface area view.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I think that's just where my major love for the darker genre of magical girls came from. Madoka. Because it just does it so well. If you watch it and you're not like actually paying attention to the details, you very well could just be like, man, this is just putting some little girls through shit for nothing.
Yeah.
Like what? But there's like a genuine story to it that just makes it, I don't know, it just makes it beautiful, really.
Yeah. And the ending isn't really that hopeless. Even though despair is key to the story itself, it seems like they end it in a bit more. It's bittersweet, which is kind of the only thing you can hope for in these kind of stories.
Now, what's awesome is there's a new movie coming out.
Mm.
There's a new movie coming out soon, and you best believe that when it comes out, I'm finna be there, dog.
You'll be there.
I will be there. I will be pirating off of whatever website I can. But I didn't say that.
You didn't say that.
I
no.
will be watching it in the most legal way that I can.
Of course. Because we are law-abiding citizens here. Always.
Yeah.
Every single day. We promise. Because we also pay our taxes on time every single day. We never dream of evading them, right?
No, never. Evading taxes? Who does that?
Yeah, pretty crazy enough to go after Batman, but the IRS, no thank you.
Yep. I don't fuck with the IRS.
So, that's sort of like the darker side of the magical girl is then Madoka Magica. But is there any...
Yes.
What about Sailor Moon? How would you say that? Because, again, I have no idea about that show. People have seen it, but I haven't.
So Sailor Moon, it's just it's very cutesy. It's very like your main character is a teenage girl who
Right.
is just wanting to find love.
Oh, okay.
She just wants to find a guy. She's like a girly girl.
Yes.
I'm talking like, I think Sailor Moon could beat Goku. She's that strong.
Okay. I mean, Superman kicks Goku's ass, so, You can blow
I
up as
think
many...
Sailor Moon is powerful as fuck.
Okay. Every single one who's seen Dragon Ball is probably triggered, but hey, that's okay. I think Dragon Ball stopped being cool after the Cell Saga anyway.
LMAO.
But it's true! The Boo Saga, it was entertaining, but it was pointless. Everything in development happened in the Cell Saga.
What is... It's not a magical girl anime because they're not girls.
No, but they do transform, so technically Super Saiyans are magical girls.
But are Super Saiyans magical girls?
Yep, they are.
Is Goku a magical girl?
Definitely Vegeta.
Oh my god.
We have to transform.
Insert like beautiful glittery transform sequence where like there's no like description anatomically on their body, but like you see like them like getting their little outfits done.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're out after the transformation sequence.
Yep.
Bro.
Yeah, because again, it's a hairdo change, which happens a lot in magical girl animes.
Yeah, magical girls change their hairdos. So
Yep.
I think
Hair color too.
Goku is a magical girl.
Yeah, all Saiyans are magical girls. Every single one of them.
All
Every Super Saiyan.
Saiyans
Yep, all Saiyans are magical girls.
girls.
You heard it here, folks. In Trim's Art Check, with Peitho as guest. Every Saiyan, every Super Saiyan is a magical girl.
Exactly. And I will stand by this until I die.
I don't see any proof
You know
against
what?
it. What?
I feel like I now need to see Vegeta in a magical girl outfit.
You want to make it or you want to commission me to it? Jesus fucking.
We'll see. We'll see.
Dudes in that is a thing that happened a while. I remember dudes in magical girl dresses, and that's something that just. I'm a judgmental guy, and I find that a bit revolting. It's just wrong. Okay? I'm old-fashioned, okay? I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy. I see that just like, yeah, no. How about no?
That is so understandable.
Yes. But it's
I
also
get it.
hilarious as fuck.
Sometimes I see some dudes wearing dresses, and I'm like, if you're gonna wear a dress, wear something that suits you. You know.
Yeah.
I'm judgmental in the sense of like, damn, you chose to wear a dress and you chose to wear that dress.
Yeah, you do
judgmental
the
vibe.
woman you do the woman judgment.
Yeah. I'm like, man, it's the same way I feel about people who change their names. I'm like, man, you could have chosen any name in the world. And you chose Oswald?
Oswald Cobblepot?
I know someone who changed their name to Oswald. And all offense to every Oswald, your name sucks.
Yeah, I know a dude who got really into the Wheel of Time book series that he called himself Rand. I might
Least
yeah.
it sounds unique.
Yeah, but doesn't
Oswald
yeah.
just sounds silly.
It's like if I suddenly started calling myself Harry Dresden. It just doesn't fit.
No.
Well, at
I
least
think
that
people
name
who
sounds
name
normal.
themselves after their favorite characters or something are a little silly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to each their own, you know. Have fun, but man.
Well, Robbie Williams did it in the right way. He named his daughter after Zelda from Legend of Zelda, I think. Which is just a chat
That's
move.
how you do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't change your own name to a favorite character. Name your children for it. And then, depending on how that character turns out, they will judge you for the rest of your life. Imagine all the girls who are called Daenerys.
I know.
Oof, that is, I mean, they're
That is
already...
big oofos.
Those kids were already doomed to have mommy issues, but that's gonna be
Yep.
that's starting off with a fucking running head start, all right.
Yep. That's just that's one way to
It turned out to be a hero everyone liked, and suddenly it became the female version of funny mustache guy.
LMAO. Yeah.
Both are crazy at the end. Oh boy, there should be laws in names, honestly.
Yeah, you know, obvious side tangent. Did you know that Tallulah Does the Hula was banned as a name in Hawaii? Someone tried to name their child Tallulah Does the Hula.
I mean, during the hippie era, there was a lot of moonbeams and all that. And look at all the people who call themselves after cities and countries.
I know someone named Nebraska.
I knew this one chick who was called Pretty. She was mid-level attractive, and she had the ugliest personality.
That's so funny. I know someone who's called Princess. Like, that's her name.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Is that what you call your dog?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be a nickname, father of princess, not supposed to be a real name.
Yeah, like Princess is something I'd call my daughter as a nickname,
Okay.
but never as her actual name.
Okay, I'm just gonna put it like this: if ever God decides to torture the world by making sure I become a father one day, I'm going to suggest to call, if I get a son, I'm going to suggest to call them Optimus Prime or Megatron. I would probably have to sleep in a couch in that theoretical relationship, but worth it.
Yeah,
Imagine if Jin pulled a stunt like that.
The pizza! I'll be right back.
Okay, pizza interlude, everyone.
I have
you're
a
back.
slice of pizza.
Yes, it was like pizza, and then ran off. Then I had a time laughing while I paused the recording. It was good.
No, that'll be interesting to have. Like,
Oh,
please hold.
Yes. There's been a lot of pausing this stream as Jin has dropped by. Ginny dropped by once too. It's an interesting story with that one, but if you're curious about what we mean about that, just go to Rosa Kodal's channel. She's very open about that.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm gonna send you what I have so far for Rosa Magical Girl.
Do it. Can I post it in the video?
Oh yeah.
Well, that's hot.
It's not done, but
Good enough.
absolutely. Me and Trim are talking.
This hot.
What?
It is hot.
Can you please ask Jin that he do the he changes between Jin and Rosa?
Hey baby, can we come here real quick? Could you change between Jin and Rosa for us real quick?
Right now?
Yeah.
Please.
Why not?
We'll have to come over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again.
What?
Now again. Okay. See?
There you go.
Magic.
And that's Ginny Rosa, everyone.
No. Huh? I don't realize how that song goes.
I don't either. I know it was used as an Ozempic ad once.
Wow.
Ozempic.
Oh my.
Oh.
Ozempic. Yeah, see?
You know.
Oh my god, I'm fucking dying.
That was good. That was good.
I'm just gonna start finishing up this because there's been a lot of tangents. This has been the most tangent heavy round of Simply Sketchy I've done my entire life, and it's been so much goddamn fun. I can't wait until I manage to pull in Rosa or Jin on this. It's gonna be so much fun.
Oh, you should. You should.
Bully him for me.
I got you. I got you.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna do a simple background here.
I've sent it to you.
Do it.
That's the.
Where we go? Yeah.
That's what we got so far.
Yeah, that is pretty damn good. You have a holy crap! You got a much better grip on the anime art style than I do. Like I'm good at monsters. I'm good at monsters, but oh boy.
I wish I was good at monsters. I wish. I'm just not good with like animal anatomy, like drawing animal anatomy.
Me neither.
My love, do you want to see? Say me neither.
I'm not good with animal anatomy. I just draw shit.
And it looks good.
Thank you. That's an
aggressive compliment.
Yeah, they happen in these circles. Oh boy.
They do. More often than not, you will get aggressive compliments.
Oh, lordy Lou.
My love, come look at the Rosa Magical Girl.
So, you got any
Hey,
finishing thoughts on the magical girl
I like my
thingy?
little hammer staff.
Thanks. I wish I could be a magical girl.
Yeah.
Chat, you can be a magical girl too. You just have to find something to take advantage of you and make a wish and have your soul sold.
That, or you could just find a weird ass cat somewhere. But just be careful, because there's a lot of different kinds of magical girls out there. I'd actually be happy just being a Power Ranger if I could choose.
I love.
Ooh, being a Power Ranger would be fun.
Yes.
Repeat that again. What it takes to be a magical girl.
No.
You just have to what?
You have to get taken advantage of by this weird looking cat and have your soul taken.
Hey, Ma! Ma! Look at this weird cat!
Weird cat!
Hey.
Look at this weird cat! You know what?
Weird cat.
You're not a weird cat. Oh,
Oh,
sorry.
you, forehead.
Oh, sorry.
You just punch like.
I didn't mean to punch you.
Well, actually, Rosa is a weird cat the time somebody redeems the cat redeem.
You're right.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep, I am right.
Am I a magical girl?
Does Rosa take advantage of you? I mean,
Ah! We're lesbians. Yes.
yes, that's right. There's a whole statistic about. Yeah. Congratulations! Peitho is a magical girl, everyone. That's awesome. I'm friends with a magical girl and a abusive interdimensional cat thing. You heard it here, folks.
Oh my god.
It kind of fits. It kind of fits Jin, Rosa, Ginny, all that shit too. Cause that's a changeling changing into whatever its true form. The true form of Jin, Ginny, Rosa Codal, Jade Dicelot. It is actually a really fucking weird cat with interdimensional powers.
Yeah.
New.
New lore drop?
Holy
Whoa.
shit! Yeah. We're doing some real shit here, man. That's some proper lore building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, this was a lot of fun. I'm gonna be honest, babe, but this has been hella funny.
Oh, I'm so glad. We should do this more.
Dude, if you want to join in anytime you want, just find a date, find a time. You're welcome whenever. You can. Honestly, we could talk about anything. If you want to talk about Power Rangers, about hell, if you've read Animorphs, we can talk about that.
You know what?
Hmm?
I will purchase the first Animorphs book.
Thank you.
And we'll talk about it.
Hell yeah! Finally.
How about that?
I'll hold you. To
I
that.
will do it for you because you're a great friend, Trim.
Likewise, Peitho. Thank you. Well, we just actually finished it then. I am going to do a little bit of small thingy here. Can I, since you, Peitho, are a actual proper artist doing this style of thing, can I get your feedback on this? What do you think?
Absolutely. Let's see. I think, okay, I'm gonna list off the things that I think are like phenomenal and then the things I think you could work on.
Please
first,
do.
Right? Okay. So, number one, the wand is phenomenal. That is a gorgeous magical girl staff. The outfit, very cute. Very like it feels it's like I like the sleeves. The what's it called? The elevated part? Gotta be my favorite.
Yeah.
The sleeves. The little ends of the sleeveless part. Honestly, this is like a solid. Is this like your first attempt at drawing like a magical girl?
This is the first and only magical girl I have drawn. And I'm also doing this in black and white sketch format, which is kind of negative. I got negative dice rolls on this one.
Well, I think it's phenomenal. I think like the exaggerated hair is really good because most of the times like magical girls, their hair will like get longer or get like I don't know. There's always like some big change to the hair. Sometimes there's big change to the hair. But I mean, overall, I think this is a solid magical girl.
Thank you. Though I
Yeah.
also wondered, do you
The
think
only
what about the light and dark? If I increase the shading a bit, if I do that, because what I figured out about my tablet is that it displays my stuff darker than for you and everyone else.
I have also found that out. Mine does that too. I
Yeah.
think it's just an iPad thing.
Yeah, that is annoying.
Yep. You know what you could do? Go down to screen.
Let's see. There you go.
I think that's good.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah. The only thing I will say is, you gotta do some more magical swirlies.
Magical swirlies.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can do that. Opening another layer, removing that. Now let's see. What's the? How do they look? Let's see what I can do here. Yeah, doing these here thingies, right?
Yeah. Like just little hints of like cutesy little sparkles and yeah.
Yeah,
I think that would
if I do this, probably easier ways of doing it, but screw it. Fuck. This episode can be summarized as "fucking we ball."
Fuck it, we ball, yeah. That is what this is.
Welcome to Trim's Art Check. Fucking we ball. We're talking about fucking traumatic shit happening from Japan once again.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because one of I have two hosts that come regularly, Bleach Demon
Yeah.
and Dave, and I've sent you some of the pictures, right? One of them is this
Yeah.
fable creature, you know, the dragon,
Yeah.
the weird puppet thing, the golem. That's with Dave and the book Fable Haven we like to talk about. And
Yeah.
then you know that giant dragon-like thing with the wide mouth and the beard.
Yeah.
That's actually a Native American mythological creature known as a Peitho bird.
Wow.
Yes, we have a video on it on my channel, and honestly, the Peitho bird is one of my favorites because I got to do that. I really got to make it how I wanted there. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, we cover myths, we cover fiction, we cover facts, we cover myths, lore, whatever. And I'm gonna drag, kicking or screaming. If it's Rosa or Ginny, I don't care. One of the two, or both if they feel like it. But holy hell, it's gonna be confusing. Either of them are gonna be here, and I'm gonna most likely see if it's gonna be a Berserk episode or something.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, or maybe
I'll drag them for you.
yeah, or maybe both. Both of you doing a family special. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be the least family-friendly family special, but fuck it, I don't care.
A special nonetheless.
Yes, let's put it like this. Rosa, everybody knows from Sultans and stuff. I have opinions.
Oh yeah.
Rosa makes me look chill,
Yeah,
and
I would agree. Yeah.
I'll love him for it. But yeah, then we have added the homoerotic swirls, the shiny sparkles.
The sparkles.
Oh my god, the sparkles! Yay! I do that way too well, don't I? Oh Jesus Christ.
You do.
And Besser's gonna abuse that. Well, he's probably gonna have a lot of fun doing this, and considering the amount of
The little fakes he had.
off the railing we've done, he's gonna hold this against me for a while. But it's okay.
Tell him I said sorry in advance.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
It will happen again.
It will. Oh, but this has just been fun, honestly.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we are nearing the 2-hour mark. I don't know how much of these 2 hours gonna be in the actual video because there was a lot of sudden stops there. And I even stopped the recording because suddenly someone decided to run in and start talking about putting on gloves, putting on socks, or the funny thing is, some of these people haven't seen snow ever, and it's currently snowing where they live.
Yeah. As soon as we're done, I'm getting dressed to go out there and play.
So then let's finish it so you can have fun in Winter Wonderland. Just please don't let your hands become too cold or your toes, because you're gonna get a cold like a motherfucker.
I know.
Well,
You know what? If I get a cold, I get a cold.
yeah, you do. Just
It is what it is.
It is what it is. But don't make sure not to be either you get sick, because I really want to play Divinity Original Sin again. I've been waiting a long
Yes.
time. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Don't sabotage that. Afterwards, go ahead.
I won't. All right. I got
Well-
you. I got you.
Well, and with that, I would like very much to thank you, Peitho, for joining me in on having a hell of a time here.
Well, thank you for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been a real pleasure. And now you are also a content creator, right?
Yes, I am. I
Yes.
try to be. Is the key word.
Well,
I try.
I try to. Let's be honest. Someone should be streaming a lot more than what he currently is, and that someone is in the call with us right now.
Yeah, I get that.
Yep.
But yeah.
So
I have a little YouTubes.
yes, and all of that, we're gonna be posting the YouTube and the Twitter. Is there any other? Because you do art as well. Any way to contact you to reach out to you so they can commit to you? Probably. Each up for that.
I do have a VGen. I can send that to you.
Excellent. Just send me the link to your YouTube, to your Twitter, and your VGen.
Yeah,
Like
I got
VGen.
you. Like V for Victor, Gen.
Okay.
It's interesting.
It's not degenerate
it's
at all, I assume, huh?
Nah. What? It can be.
You're an anime girl internet, of course you're degenerate.
Yeah.
I mean, we spent the first half hour talking about a Fate spin-off, which was a thing.
Yep. And I think you're the first person I've admitted that to. Have fun. So there you go.
Now everyone
that's your-
everyone within my small circle knows. But honestly, I've been on Twitter enough. I can't be shocked by anything anymore.
Embarrassing.
I've seen worse, quite literally. I've seen people with far worse interests.
Oh,
Alright.
I bet.
A dude who was convinced he was a hobbit, real ass hobbit. He had the cloak and everything. He was, yeah.
Some people.
Yep, and that's not the worst. Anyway, there's also this thing that if you've been hearing music, aside from the rampant rambling here, that is made by my good friend Robert Renato, who's a fantastic musician. Everything he makes of music we have been allowed to use here by his grace. Thank you very much for the music, and you can also find him in the description down below. And then you have a man who has some aggression control issues, but I can't really fault him for it because you see what he got to deal with. You see what he has to deal with. He is my tech wrangler and my editor, and that is Besic. Give him a round of applause because fucking hell, he needs it. He deserves it.
Hell yeah.
And of course, a big thank you to everyone who's been watching this episode. Thank you very much for everyone hanging out to the end. And again, Peitho, thank you, and also thank you to both Rosa and Ginny for dropping by. I'm gonna make this
Oh, thank
as
you.
confusing as possible because it's funny.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, until next time, thank you all for joining in, and I hope to have you on the show again one day. Have a wonderful
Oh
day.
yeah.
Goodbye, everyone.